All right, let's review YouTube Secrets by Sean Cannell and Benji Travis. I'll get into it and tell you what I think about the book. And if you stay till the end, there's a special giveaway as well. My name's David with Let'sQuitOurJobs.com. I believe three things. One, we take care of our finances. Two, get a side hustle, side income. And three, invest that income into something like a low-cost index fund or rental properties, which will lead us to be able to be financially independent, be able to live our life the way we want to, and to enjoy it. My goal, my main reason to do it is I have a 4-year-old son, a lovely wife, and I want to spend as much time with them as possible, plus in addition to some extra worship projects that I would like to do. So that's what I want to do. Why do you want to quit your job? Let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about this book. It's got some good and it's got some bad. The good things about it, it is very motivating. It's a very quick read. If you listen to Sean before, he talks about a few things. You don't have to be great to get started, but you got to get started to be great. Another one is a lot of people miss out on opportunities because it addresses overalls, and it's dressed in overalls and it looks like hard work. Another good part of it, it does have an easy to follow checklist that's included in the book. All right, the bad part about the book, I'll give you three things that I think are bad. One, it is very similar to the free content that they have on their YouTube channels, Think Media and Video Influencers. The second part that I think is bad is that it is borderline repetitive. They do say the similar things over and over again, especially if you are a fan of the YouTube channels. Third thing that I personally think is bad is it has a lot of success stories, which is good for for those people. But I personally don't need success stories to know that it should work and that it should go forward. And I'd rather see detailed instructions on how to do something and how to do it and to get going rather than success stories of pushing people along the way. That's me personally. I know people thrive on success stories, and if you like success stories, there's definitely plenty of them in here. All right, what is the best advice in here? The best advice in here and on their two channels, Think Media and Video Influencers, is to get started, and to get started before you're ready. You think about learning how to ride a bike. You don't learn how to ride a bike and then get on a bike. And the only way to do it is to get on the bike and start riding it. Yes, you are going to crash, you're going to burn, you're going to get scraped up, but it's all part of the process. This is no different. You got to have a couple of bad videos to start putting out good content. If you go to your favorite YouTuber, whether it's Benji or Sean, search by their oldest and newest, look at their first couple of videos, and in most cases they're going to be absolutely horrendous. I'm at the very start of my YouTube channel, so these are probably the horrendous ones, but what are you going to do? Get started before you're ready, right? That's what I'm doing. The second good advice in here is to embrace trolls and to expect them and to know exactly how you're going to handle them in advance. Miles Beckler, another guy I watch on YouTube, talked about how he deals with them, and he absolutely does not deal with them. He gives them a warning comment where he lets them go. Maybe they're having a rough day, but if they keep doing it, keep being a troll, he deletes them, blocks them, and he doesn't see them again. If you're a fan of Graham Stephan, like I am, he cracks me up. He'll put the trolls on the video screen. I asked him in one of his comments to let me be on there, but I don't think I was trolly enough. My expectations with trolls, when they do come, is to ignore them. I'll probably just block them, and then hopefully I can kick it out of my head, especially being on this side of the camera where I still work. I still go to work 40 to 56 hours a week. I'm at the very beginning of all of this. I understand that, but I'm doing the research, I'm doing the work, and my goal is a 5-year plan, which I got 3.5 years. 2022, I want to be done with work, and I want to be moving towards the rest of my life. So on this side of that, I know there's going to be trolls because, well, I'm not successful. I embrace it, fully understand it, I appreciate it. However, be with me, and hopefully we can watch all the success together. So my goal for the trolls is just to ignore them and to stay focused on what I know is the truth, and what I know I can do. The next good advice in this book is the checklist. A lot of it, once again, is on their channels, but the checklist is pretty straightforward. Gives you clarity and focus on what to do before you start recording. Sean always talks about research before you record. That way you know what you're doing before we get here. So hopefully I've done that enough to get the point across. My thoughts on the book: it is repetitive, and it's very similar to the free content on their channels, but it is very good. Now, if you think about Sean, he's mentioned before that a lot of his videos are the best camera, best vlogging, best radio, not radio, best camera, best recorder, best lights, best, and he always talks about it's repetitive. And if it's repetitive and it works, there's nothing wrong with it. Keep doing it. Think about Disney. How many new or original movies has Disney put out? Not a lot, right? They know that their formula works, and they're going to ride it all the way until it doesn't. If their sales start going down, I imagine they're going to start looking at some new storylines, some new twists to get their sales back up. But right now, the princess stories work, so why change it? You're making the money. You're in business to make money, right? I mean, that's why we're here, is to make money. If it's working, work it. There's no need to do anything different. I understand wanting to do different stuff for creative purposes. Do it. That can be something different. Just stay focused on what is working. So I fully get that from Sean and Benji's point, where they are repetitive about it. A good point about it being repetitive is if everybody applied what they were learning from them, especially the get started before you're ready, if everybody just started doing their YouTube channels, doing their videos before they were ready, Sean and Benji wouldn't have a lot to talk about. But to their point, a lot of people aren't doing that. They're still stuck behind their computers trying to figure out what works when they should be in front of the camera, or how to get this part of the process done too. We can be really good at researching what happens and what's good and what's bad, but without putting ourselves on the line, we're not going to make any progress. So it's repetitive because it works. Think about an illustration of my mom. My mom would always tell me to get out of the road and stop playing in the road. Why was she saying that? And because I was always playing in the road. Funny thing is when I stopped playing in the road, I stopped hearing her tell me to get out of the road, right? As soon as we all get started, before we're ready, research before we record, Sean and Benji's channel, I'm not saying it's going to dry up, but they would have to find new material to cover. But right now, it's working, so I definitely don't fault them for riding it, and they're helping people, which I appreciate. That's why I'm here. So yeah, it's repetitive, but it is very good. All right, so is it good advice? Is it something that can work? First of all, I hope so. That's why I'm here. I think my subscriber count right now is 10, which June 19th, 2019. I'm like 5-6 videos in. We'll see if it works. I hope it does. Another part about it being, is it good advice? I can go to Social Blade. I can pull up people's data on their minimum and maximum amount of what they're going to make projected on their YouTube channels. I can go to Financial Education, Graham Steph, and watch their income videos. No reason to believe that they're lying to me. No benefit to them at all. Plus, the Social Blade backs it up a little bit. And then knowing that there's affiliate links in there, knowing they have their courses, knowing they sell their products, knowing they're probably getting sponsored, yeah, I have no choice but to believe it works. Think about how many dumb YouTube videos people watch. They'll just start going, follow the suggested videos list, and you could be watching YouTube for a long time before you even realize and come back to the world. So people are watching YouTube. It's a good content. People love to watch it. I started a blog. Personally, I think people are watching videos more than reading blogs. It seems to be kind of a common thing. People don't read as much as they do watch a video. So yeah, I can see it's successful for other people. I'm going to do the work, and I know it'll be successful for me too in the future. Another part about is it good advice? Sean and Benji themselves, they've got 2 to 3 channels themselves. Sean's got 3 video influencers, Sean Cannell, and then Think Media. That's 3 himself. Benji's got the video influencers and then his personal one. I mean, if it didn't work, I mean, they'd have to pay the bills some other way, right? So yeah, they're getting money from somewhere, and I'm guessing they don't work 40 to 56 hours a week somewhere else and then come stand in front of the camera and tell everybody how much money they're making when they wouldn't be. So just looking at them, I have to believe it works. So yeah, I mean, it seems like good advice. I'm going to apply it, see how it goes. Stay tuned. We'll see how it goes. Maybe you can start your YouTube channel and we can do it together, and maybe in 3 years, 2022, we can say we quit our jobs together. Anyway, I'm David from letsquitourjobs.com. Let me know in the comments below, do you think you're going to read this book? Funny thing about this book, if you're still tuned in, is this is my personal copy. I bought it. I'll leave a link to the book down below. But this book I am going to give away because I'm not a real strong reader. I don't like to reread things. What I did is I highlighted and circled things, took notes, I wrote notes down on Google Documents, and I reviewed the notes as needed. I'll probably never read this book again, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my personal copy away. Comment below that you would like this book, my personal copy. Comment below what your YouTube channel is going to be about and how you're going to get started, or if you have started. And I'll follow you, and maybe you can follow me, and let me know how you enjoyed the book. So comment below. Let me know you like the book. Tell me what channel you're going to start or have started, and I'd like to get in touch with you guys. All right, see ya.